Hey everybody, welcome back to the ZSuites YouTube channel. My name is Ricky and what we have in store for today is the 90-day savings challenge. And what that's gonna do is allow us to end this crazy year with something positive. The goal is month over month, we wanna end off with more than we started with. I know it sounds easy, but honestly, it's even easier to fail at doing it. So I know that we've been working hard, but we need to reward ourselves. But not materialistically. A lot of people make a lot of money and say, I made this money and I deserve to spend it on myself, and go out and splurge it on things that they don't really need. I hear it all the time that, oh, I bought this because I've been working hard, or it was 50% off, so I really did save money. No, you didn't save 50%. You spent 100% of money that you didn't have to. And that's what you need to understand. All of these markdowns and sales are all a facade just to get you to spend your money. Be a consumer. And that's what the United States honestly wants you to be. 70% of the United States GDP, or the gross domestic product, is based on consumer spending. It's based on you spending the hard money that you made, the money that you are taxed on, the money that they've taken every step of the way. That's why advertising costs are the biggest expenses at the largest companies. They need your money to keep the wheel rolling. Think of it, 70% of the United States economic output is based off you swiping your credit card. And that includes all business investments, imports, exports, government spending. Think of the power that you have that you just let go because you deserve to buy that new thing. In reality, that's what they want you to do. Get taxed on the money that you worked for, go and spend it, throw it back into the pool, wash, rinse, repeat. And that's why we're here. There's a general 50, 30, 20% standard where 50% of your money can go to necessities, 30 to your wants, and 20 to your savings. That's just a general rule. It's not a hard set number that you need to stick to. So for these 90 days, what we're gonna try to do is save 10% of all the money that we make. Or if it's easy for you, we can pick a set dollar amount. It's important to note that you can adjust this to your needs. If you can save 30% and that's the goal that you wanna set, great. If you can save only $50, that's fine. We just need to set a goal, and that's what we're gonna work to reach. But just know that if you're shortchanging your goal because you wanna leave a little wiggle room to have fun or whatever you wanna do, just know that you're shortchanging yourself. The point of this is really to set a target, establish a timeline, and execute the process to reach that goal. The first step is to get an expected cash in that you're gonna receive for these 3 months. If you're on a salary, that's pretty easy. But if you work hourly or you have fluctuating income, take the average that you made over the past 3 months. That'll give us a general guideline of what we can expect for the next 3 months. And once you have that number, we're gonna times that number by 10% or whatever your goal is. So let's say that we have $2,000 coming in each month. Times 10%, $200, that's our savings goal. Now, to look at it the other way, if you wanna have an established amount that you wanna save, it's the same thing. Just take what you wanna save, subtract it by the amount of money that you have coming in, and that's how much money you have to spend. It's all just a different math equation in a different way. Same numbers, same outcome. If you want to save $200 and you make $2,000 a month, $2,000 minus the $200 that you want to save gives you $1,800 to spend in that month. Now, the next step, like I've been preaching in every video that I've had, you need to get your expenses in order. Know where your money is going. Know your enemy. Know what's taking the money that you've worked hard for out of your pockets. I like to categorize them, that way I can understand, oh, I can't really do much about this. This is where I can really work on, and this is just stuff that happens. So I have my fixed costs, like my rent, my car note, my electricity, whatever things that you know are gonna come out at a relatively consistent amount month over month. Then I have the need to control category with things like food or going out, entertainment, things that I know that if I wanted to cut them down, I could just off discipline alone. I don't have to go out to eat. I don't need to go get that Starbucks. I don't need to go buy that new whatever. It's stuff that I have the ability to stop on a dime. Then there's the it's life category. Some things you don't know that are gonna happen or the amounts that they're gonna be, that I like to just put a little money to the side just in case something happens, just so I know that I'm not breaking the budget every time something new pops up. I have that built into my system. Knowing these in and out allow you to operate in your world. Understand that everybody's different. Some people have low fixed costs but live excessively, and others have high fixed costs but take a minimalist approach to living life and having the control of their finances. It matters who you are, and understanding the person that you are will only allow you to control the world that you live in, control your finances, control the outcome of your life. This will show you your spending truth, and it will show you the likelihood of you reaching the goals that you set before you even start. If you know you're gonna spend more than the money you have left over after setting your savings target, adjust it accordingly. Do not get down. This is not a challenge of who can save the most money. This is just a challenge of who can maximize the results with the circumstances that they have to deal with. So focus on the small, consistent wins. How can you do that? There's plenty of ways. You can do the one pocket to another approach. So just think of it. You're willing to spend that money when going out to eat or buying that new set of clothes or a new pair of shoes. Instead, during this challenge, I want you to not do that. I want you to tuck that money away. I want you to transfer it out of your bank account to a different savings account that you don't really look at, or put the cash in a drawer that you don't go to often. That way you feel the money leaving, but it's not really going nowhere. You're willing to let that money go, but now instead of somebody else's pocket, it's going into your pocket. What this does is expose you to the money that you choose to let go every single day. If you buy a Starbucks and go and grab lunch, that might be close to $20. And you don't feel that every time you swipe your card or every time you give them the $20 bill. It's something that is just built into your routine. And that's what we're trying to fix. Just think that $20 is $100 a week. 4 weeks of doing that, $400 in just money that you threw away because you think that's what you have to do, when really you don't. And that leads me to my next tip, which is go cash only. There's a thing called the psychology of money where you feel the pain of letting somebody take your money, of you paying for something actually instead of swiping your card. But to take it on another level, you feel when you don't have any money, when you don't have any cash left. When you have your card, sometimes you aren't even aware of your balance, or if you have a high limit credit card, you don't even care what it is. You know that it's going to get approved, but when you feel your pockets start to get a little slimmer and you take out your wad of money and it's a little bit lighter, you start to take a step back. You start to feel more reserved when you need to let it go. That's a good thing. That's you being conscious of the money that you have and what it's going out for. If it's something that you need, you aren't gonna feel as sad when you let it go. But if it's something that you don't need and something that you just want or just impulse buy, you're gonna second guess that decision. And hopefully, if you're strong enough, you won't make that decision and you'll keep that in your possession. With a credit card, you can swipe, swipe, swipe. Oh, that swipe. Oh, that swipe. That looks nice, swipe. And you don't have to deal with the consequences, sometimes 60 days till that bill comes due. So that's a whole 2 months before the things that you're doing now, those consequences fall on yourself later. And then you see yourself trying to catch up. Oh, why don't I have money now? Oh, why do I feel like I'm just trying to pay this down? It's constantly a catch-up battle where you're trying to catch up on things that you did 2 months ago. And that's when you start to get discouraged and, oh, I can't save now. Now you're gonna go out and spend money just because you're angry. Now you can see how you can start to dig the hole deeper. You start to cover up problems with more problems. That's what we're trying to avoid here. And another thing that you can do with cash is every time you come across a specific bill, whether it's a $5 bill, $10 bill, $50 bill, put that specific bill in a jar off to the side every time you get it. If you get change and it happens to be 2 5s and the $5 bill is your goal, throw that $10 into a jar. Every time you see that denomination of money, it goes immediately to a jar, off to the side. That way, after every week, month, however long of a period before you look at what's in that jar, you can see how those little purchases that would have happened add up over time. That $5 could have been that little thing that was hanging up at the checkout line at Target. Whatever it is, that's just how you can just manipulate your ways to benefit you and not the outside world. As a kid, a lot of us used to get a tub of coins and be like, I don't want these pennies and these dimes. And then you take it to the store and it's $40, and now you just feel like the richest kid in the world. You need to learn to value money, learn to respect money. As you grow older, it's not pennies. These are hundreds and thousands of dollars that you need to learn to respect, that add up over time. Those dollar bills that you spend, those $5 bills that you spend, all of that does turn into a fortune if you respect it and let time do its work. And lastly, we just need to be realistic with our own goals. Sometimes the money that we have coming in is less than the money we have going out. But we can't let that discourage us from the ultimate goal of all of this. Some people can't save, some people can only save $25. Know your script. Stick to your script. Only saving 10% or only saving $10. Don't let it get you down, because then you'll fall into the mindset of, oh, I didn't save as much as I wanted to, so I'm just gonna spend it all. This is worthless. But what does that really do for you? You need to learn to think forward. It's all a process. You need to let these little wins add up over time. Think of that $20 bill as a dime in that coin jar. Let your future self cash that all in. And as always, do what's best for you. This is your life. These are your finances. I'm just trying to provide a few tools here and there that will allow you to make those future goals a little bit easier to reach. My name is Ricky. Welcome to ZSuites. We'll see you at the top.